The mysterious awakening. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night? Suddenly, with no apparent reason, your eyes snap open, and as you glance at the clock, 3 o'clock, or maybe 4 in the morning, the world around you is still, wrapped in a heavy silence that feels almost unnatural. Your heart beats a little faster, and for a moment, you sense something strange, something you can't quite explain. It's not just a restless night or a random disturbance. This experience feels different, almost as if something or someone intended for you to wake up. Could it be mere coincidence? Or is there a deeper, hidden meaning behind these mysterious awakenings? You are not alone in this. Millions of people across the world report waking up at the same uncanny hours, often between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning. And what's even more fascinating, many of them describe an eerie sense of awareness, as if something beyond the physical world is gently pulling them out of their sleep. In spiritual traditions, these early morning hours are often regarded as sacred, a time when the veil between the physical and spiritual realms is at its thinnest. Many believe this is when divine messages can be received with greater clarity, when intuition is heightened, and when the universe, or something far greater, attempts to communicate with us. But there is more. Science, too, has its own explanations for why we wake up at these specific hours. Some researchers suggest that sleep cycles, stress, or even subconscious anxieties might be responsible. But could it be that science and spirituality are two sides of the same coin? Tonight, if you wake up again at 3 o'clock or 4, try not to dismiss it as just another sleepless moment. Instead, listen, observe, reflect. Perhaps this is not just a random awakening, but a call, a message waiting to be understood. Because sometimes the most powerful revelations come to us in the quietest of moments. Why do we wake up at 3 or 4 in the morning? You open your eyes. The room is dark, silent. You check the clock, 3 o'clock, or maybe 4 in the morning. Again, it happens too often to ignore. Some nights, you wake up feeling calm. Other nights, there's an eerie sense of awareness, as if something invisible is hovering nearby. Could this be just a coincidence? Or is there something more to these sudden awakenings? Many people report waking up at these exact hours, night after night, sensing a mysterious pull, an unexplainable force disrupting their sleep. Throughout history, these early morning hours have been regarded as a time of spiritual significance, supernatural activity, and deep subconscious revelations. But what does science say? And could there be a connection between the two? The mysterious hour, myths, history, and culture. Throughout history, different cultures have assigned special meaning to waking up at certain hours of the night. In Christian traditions, the period between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning is sometimes referred to as the devil's hour or the witching hour. It is believed to be the time when demonic forces are at their strongest, and the veil between the living and the dead is at its thinnest. Interestingly, 3 o'clock is also said to be the inverse of the time when Jesus was crucified, around 3 o'clock in the afternoon, giving this hour a sense of eerie opposition to divine power. In Chinese medicine, the Buddhist energy cycles, or qi, follow a 24-hour clock. Between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, energy is said to be focused on the lungs, which are associated with grief, sadness, and emotional release. Waking up at this time might indicate unresolved emotions or an unconscious need for deep healing. In Islamic culture, 4 o'clock in the morning is known as a sacred time for Fajr, the early morning prayer. It is believed that in these hours, the soul is more receptive to divine wisdom, making it an ideal time for reflection and connection with God. In Hindu traditions, the early morning hours before dawn are called Brahma Muhurta, or the Creator's Hour. It is considered the most auspicious time for meditation, study, and seeking higher consciousness. With so many cultures recognizing these hours as spiritually significant, the question remains, is there truly a deeper reason why so many people wake up during this time? Or can science provide a logical answer? The science behind nocturnal awakenings. While ancient beliefs and folklore suggest supernatural forces at play, modern science offers its own explanations for why we wake up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. 1. Sleep cycles and REM sleep disruptions. Our sleep is divided into 5 stages, including light sleep, deep sleep, and rapid eye movement, REM sleep, the phase where dreams are most vivid. Between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, the body transitions out of deep sleep and enters lighter sleep stages. This shift makes people more susceptible to waking up, especially if they are dealing with stress, anxiety, or subconscious concerns. Since REM sleep is also when the brain is most active, it's easier for external factors, like a sudden noise, an unsettling dream, or even a subconscious thought, to wake someone up. 2. The role of hormones. Melatonin and cortisol, your body's internal clock, known as the circadian rhythm, controls the release of hormones that regulate sleep. Melatonin, the hormone responsible for making you feel sleepy, begins to decrease around 3 o'clock in the morning, naturally preparing your body for waking up. At the same time, cortisol, the stress hormone, starts to rise in anticipation of morning. If your cortisol levels are already high due to stress, anxiety, or unresolved thoughts, this hormonal shift could be enough to wake you up. 3. Subconscious stress and emotional processing. Have you ever woken up at 3 o'clock with a racing mind? Maybe old memories, worries, or past regrets suddenly flood your thoughts. This is not a coincidence. Between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, your brain processes unresolved emotions. If you are experiencing high levels of stress, anxiety, or deep-seated fears, your mind may pull you out of sleep to confront them. This is why many people report waking up with feelings of sadness, nostalgia, or even panic. 4. Sleep environment and external factors. Sometimes, the cause of waking up is much simpler than we think. Changes in temperature. The body naturally cools down at night, but if your room becomes too cold or too warm, it can trigger discomfort that wakes you up. Noise sensitivity. During lighter sleep stages, even a faint sound, like a creaking floorboard, a car passing outside, or the hum of an appliance, can wake you up. Diet and hydration. Eating too late at night, consuming caffeine, or drinking alcohol before bed can disrupt your body's metabolic processes, leading to nocturnal awakenings. So, is it just biology, or something more? Science provides logical explanations for why we might wake up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. Sleep cycles, hormonal shifts, and subconscious stress all contribute to this common phenomenon. But here's where things get interesting. If waking up at these hours were purely biological, why do so many people, across different cultures, religions, and spiritual traditions, describe it as something more than just a sleep disturbance? Why do people report feeling a strange energy at this time, as if they are being watched, guided, or called to wake up? And why do so many describe experiencing spiritual clarity, divine messages, or even supernatural encounters during these specific hours? Perhaps science and spirituality are not opposites, but two sides of the same mystery. Maybe your awakening at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning is not random at all. Maybe it's a message waiting to be understood. Phases of sleep and what happens to the brain at night. You drift into sleep. At first, it's just darkness. Then, suddenly, images start to form. Faces, places, memories that feel both real and unreal. Time bends, and the ordinary laws of reality seem to dissolve. Your mind has entered a different realm. But have you ever wondered what exactly happens to your brain at night? Why do we experience vivid dreams? Why does our subconscious become more active in the early hours of the morning? And why do so many people wake up feeling like they've touched something beyond the physical world? Science has some answers, but so do ancient spiritual traditions, which for centuries have spoken of the boundary between worlds, a time when the mind is most open and the unseen forces of the universe are closest. Let's start with the science. The hidden cycles of sleep. What happens to your brain at night? Many people believe that sleep is simply a time when the brain shuts off. But nothing could be further from the truth. In reality, your brain goes through several complex cycles while you sleep, each one playing a different role in restoring your body, processing memories, and even revealing hidden messages from your subconscious mind. The sleep cycle consists of 5 phases, and these phases repeat in a loop throughout the night. 1. Light sleep, Stage 1 and Stage 2. This is the transition from wakefulness to sleep. Your brain waves slow down, and your body begins to relax. If you wake up during this phase, you might not even feel like you were sleeping at all. 2. Deep sleep, stage 3 and stage 4. This is when the body repairs itself. Muscles grow, tissues heal, and energy is restored. The brain enters delta wave activity, the slowest brain waves associated with deep rest. If you wake up from deep sleep, you'll likely feel groggy and disoriented. 3. REM sleep, rapid eye movement. This is where things get interesting. Your brain becomes as active as it is when you're awake, but your body remains paralyzed. Dreams occur in this stage. Sometimes ordinary, sometimes strange, sometimes terrifyingly real. The most powerful REM sleep typically happens between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning. And this is why so many people wake up at these hours. REM sleep. The doorway to the subconscious. What makes REM sleep so special? Unlike deep sleep, where the body is focused on healing and repair, REM sleep is when the brain is most creatively and emotionally active. This is why dreams during REM can feel so intense, bizarre, or meaningful. During REM sleep, the brain processes emotions, fears, and desires that you suppress during the day. Your subconscious mind tries to communicate through symbols, visions, and feelings. This is also the phase where many spiritual experiences occur, such as lucid dreaming, out-of-body experiences, and even encounters with otherworldly entities. When people wake up during REM sleep, their minds are still deeply connected to these subconscious messages. That's why those who wake up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning often report feeling like they've received a message, a warning, or a revelation. But could there be something more to this? Why does the subconscious become more active during these hours? There's an ancient belief that between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning, the mind is more open to spiritual and supernatural forces. Many cultures refer to this time as the mystical hour, a moment when the veil between the physical and spiritual world becomes thin. But is there a scientific explanation for this? The answer may lie in the brain's natural chemistry. 1. The brain's shift from deep sleep to wakefulness between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning. Melatonin levels begin to drop, while cortisol begins to rise. This means your body is naturally preparing to wake up, but your mind is still in a state of deep subconscious activity. This transition can create a strange, dreamlike state, where you feel awake, yet still connected to the dream world. Many hallucinations, sleep paralysis experiences, and spiritual visions occur during this period. 2. The hypnopompic state, a window between two worlds. When you wake up suddenly during REM sleep, your brain doesn't always fully reset right away. Instead, you enter a hypnopompic state, a phase between dreaming and wakefulness. This is why people often report seeing shadow figures, glowing lights, or ghostly apparitions upon waking up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning. It's not just the imagination. Your brain is still processing dream imagery while trying to adjust to reality. 3. Ancient wisdom and the mystical hour. If science tells us that the brain is in a highly suggestive state during these hours, then it makes sense why so many spiritual traditions consider this time sacred. In Christianity, 3 o'clock in the morning is believed to be the time when demonic activity is strongest, the inverted hour of Christ's crucifixion. In Islam, early morning hours are considered the best time for prayer and spiritual reflection. In Hinduism and Buddhism, meditation at dawn is believed to bring deeper enlightenment. In shamanic traditions, the soul is said to be most free during this time, allowing for mystical journeys and visions. If these traditions are correct, then waking up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning might not be random at all. It might be a spiritual call. The mystical hour, a boundary between worlds. What if waking up at 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the morning is not just a biological process, but a moment of spiritual opportunity? Maybe it's a time when your subconscious mind tries to send you a message. The universe is attempting to communicate with you. Your soul is more in tune with something beyond the physical world. The key is how you respond. Instead of forcing yourself back to sleep, what if you embraced the awakening? What if you listened to the thoughts that surfaced, reflected on the dreams you just had? Use this moment to meditate, pray, or journal. Perhaps the answers you've been looking for are already there, waiting for you in the quiet darkness of the night. Why is 3:40 in the morning considered the hour of heaven? You wake up in the dark stillness of the night. The world outside is silent, motionless. You glance at the clock, 3:40 in the morning. A strange feeling lingers in the air. Not fear, not anxiety, something else. A presence, an awareness. It feels as if something beyond the physical world is calling to you. This is not just another restless night. 3:40 in the morning is a time long associated with deep spiritual meaning, divine connection, and supernatural awareness. Some call it the hour of heaven, a moment when the universe is most open to communication, when the soul is most receptive, and when unseen forces draw closer to those who are awake. But why this specific time? And what does it mean if you find yourself waking up at this hour? Let's uncover the truth behind this sacred moment. The sacred hour, 3:40 in the morning. Across different spiritual traditions, the early morning hours have been seen as a time of divine presence, heightened intuition, and supernatural activity. In Christian teachings, it is believed that 3 o'clock in the morning represents the opposite of Christ's crucifixion hour, which is thought to have occurred at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. This inversion has led some to believe that the early morning hours are a time of spiritual warfare, divine messages, or even angelic intervention. In Islamic belief, the pre-dawn hours, known as Tahajjud time, are considered one of the most sacred periods for prayer, when the soul is closest to God. In Hinduism and Buddhism, these hours are known as Brahma Muhurta, meaning the Creator's hour. It is said to be the most powerful time for meditation, reflection, and connecting with higher consciousness. In Jewish mysticism, it is believed that during these hours, divine energy is strongest, making it a sacred time for prayer and spiritual awakening. But why is it often 3:40 specifically that carries so much significance? One explanation comes from numerology and ancient spiritual teachings. The power of the number 3 and 40, the number 3, has always carried deep spiritual meaning. It represents the Trinity in Christianity, the 3 stages of existence in Hinduism: creation, preservation, and destruction, and the 3 levels of the soul in Kabbalistic teachings. The number 40 is a number of spiritual transformation and testing. In the Bible, Moses spent 40 days on Mount Sinai. Jesus fasted for 40 days, and Noah's flood lasted 40 days and nights. When combined, 3:40 can be seen as a time of deep spiritual transition, divine testing, and profound connection with the unseen realm. But there's more. The energy shift, a thin veil between worlds. Many spiritual traditions believe that between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, the barrier between the physical and spiritual worlds is at its thinnest. This idea is not just mystical. It aligns with what we know about the body's natural rhythms and the way the brain functions during this time. 1. The body's energy cycle and spiritual sensitivity. According to traditional Chinese medicine, the body follows a 24-hour energy cycle, with different organs being most active at specific times. Between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, the lungs are at peak activity. The lungs are associated with breath, spirit, and life force. Many believe that during this time, the body is naturally more in tune with spiritual frequencies. This aligns with the belief that breathing techniques, prayer, and meditation are most effective during these hours, as the bodhi's energy is naturally flowing in a way that allows for deeper connection with the divine. 2. The brain's transition from REM sleep to wakefulness. Between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, the body transitions from deep REM sleep into a lighter sleep state. This is the time when dreams are most vivid, and the subconscious mind is still partially active. If you wake up during this time, you are more likely to remember dreams, receive intuitive insights, or feel a stronger connection to the spiritual world. This might explain why so many people report supernatural experiences, angelic visions, or even paranormal encounters during this time. But if you keep waking up at different times in the night, what does it mean? What does waking up at different times mean? Many spiritual traditions believe that waking up at specific times can carry a hidden message, whether from your subconscious, your body, or the universe itself. Waking up between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning, this may indicate inner conflict, stress, or emotional turmoil. Your subconscious is trying to process unresolved issues, regrets, or fears. This is the perfect time for self-reflection, prayer, or journaling to uncover what is truly weighing on your mind. Waking up between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, this could be a sign of energy imbalance in your body. According to Chinese medicine, this is the time when the liver is most active, an organ associated with detoxification and emotional release. Spiritually, this could mean your body is urging you to release negativity, let go of resentment, and seek inner peace. Waking up between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning, this is one of the most spiritually significant hours. Many believe this is when divine messages are delivered, guardian angels are present, and supernatural energy is strongest. If you wake up at this time, it may be a call to listen, to reflect, and to pay attention to what is being revealed to you. Waking up between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, this is often seen as a time of new beginnings and transformation. Spiritually, it may indicate that a change is coming, and you are being prepared for something greater. Many people feel a sense of clarity, peace, or even inspiration when they wake up at this hour. So, what should you do if you keep waking up at 3:40? Instead of ignoring it or rushing back to sleep, consider this moment an opportunity. Listen to your thoughts. What is your subconscious trying to tell you? Reflect on your emotions. Is there something unresolved that needs your attention? Pray or meditate. This could be the perfect time for divine guidance. Keep a dream journal. Many messages come through in dreams during these early morning hours. Because maybe, just maybe, you are not waking up randomly. Maybe you are being called. Maybe this is a message from the universe, from your higher self, or from something far greater than you can imagine. The hidden meaning of waking up at different hours: you open your eyes in the middle of the night, glance at the clock, and see 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3. It keeps happening, and you wonder, why? Is it just random? Or is there something deeper? Something trying to send you a message? Across cultures, spiritual traditions, and even modern psychology, waking up at specific hours has been linked to emotional, physical, and even supernatural meanings. Each time carries a unique energy, message, or spiritual lesson. If you keep waking up at the same time, pay attention. It might be a sign that your body, mind, or even the universe is trying to tell you something. Between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning, internal conflicts, fears, and unresolved issues. If you often find yourself waking up between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock in the morning, it could indicate that your subconscious is struggling with something unresolved. Are you dealing with stress, regret, or emotional pain? Is there a decision you're avoiding? Do you feel lost or uncertain about something in your life? This is the hour when deep-seated fears, guilt, and worries surface, pulling you out of sleep. According to traditional Chinese medicine, this time is associated with the gallbladder, an organ that symbolizes decision-making and emotional courage. If you wake up at this hour, your body might be urging you to face your fears, make a choice, or release emotional baggage. What to do? Write down any worries that come to mind. Acknowledging them is the first step to resolving them. Practice deep breathing or mindfulness to calm your mind. Instead of trying to force sleep, use this time to reflect on what your soul is trying to tell you. Between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning, physical and emotional health. The role of the liver waking up between 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock in the morning is often linked to physical health, emotional healing, and detoxification. Your body might be trying to process stress, toxins, or negative emotions. Are you feeling emotionally overwhelmed or physically drained? Are you ignoring signals that your body needs rest, balance, or care? According to Chinese medicine, this hour is connected to the liver, an organ that filters toxins, not just physically, but emotionally as well. If you wake up at this time, your body could be telling you to reduce stress and unhealthy habits. Let go of anger, resentment, or frustration. Focus on healing, physically, mentally, or spiritually. What to do? Drink water to help your body's natural detox process. Reflect on any emotions you've been suppressing: anger, sadness, frustration. Try a short meditation to release negative energy and restore balance. Between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning, the most powerful time for spiritual revelations. This is the hour of the divine. Many believe that between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning, The veil between the physical and spiritual realms is at its thinnest. Are you waking up with a strange sense of clarity or purpose? Do you feel like you're receiving a message through dreams, thoughts, or an unexplainable sense of knowing? Are you being called to something greater? This hour has been called the hour of heaven, a time when divine energy is at its peak. Many spiritual traditions suggest that waking up at this time is a call to prayer, meditation, or deep reflection. In Christianity, it is said that Jesus prayed at this hour before his crucifixion, making it a sacred time for surrender and divine guidance. In Hinduism and Buddhism, this is the most auspicious time for enlightenment and seeking higher wisdom. If you wake up at this time, you might be receiving a spiritual invitation, a moment to listen, connect, and receive guidance. What to do? Don't ignore it. Embrace the moment. Sit in silence, meditate, or pray. Write down any thoughts, dreams, or feelings that come to you. You might discover hidden messages or answers you've been searching for. Between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, new beginnings, clarity of purpose, and rebirth. Waking up between 4 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning is often a sign of renewal, transformation, and awakening. Are you on the verge of a new chapter in life? Do you feel a deep sense of peace, inspiration, or purpose? Is your soul preparing for something bigger? This is the hour when the body, mind, and soul align with the rising sun. In many spiritual traditions, this is the ideal time to set intentions, visualize goals, and embrace new possibilities. If you wake up at this hour, it may be a sign that change is coming and that you are ready for it. What to do? Take a few moments to reflect on your life's direction. Set a positive intention for the day. Embrace the energy of new beginnings. This is your time to step into something greater. The symbolism of sleep and awakening. Waking up at specific hours is not just a coincidence. It is a message. Sleep represents the unconscious mind, the hidden parts of ourselves we often ignore. Waking up at certain hours may be a signal from your body, your mind, or even something beyond the physical world. If you keep waking up at the same time every night, listen to what it's trying to tell you. Maybe it's a call to heal, a moment to reflect, a sign of transformation, a spiritual awakening. Whatever the reason, one thing is clear. These awakenings are not random. They are an invitation to look deeper, listen carefully, and embrace the wisdom waiting to be discovered. How to interpret signs and symbols in dreams. You wake up in the middle of the night, your heart beating slightly faster than usual. A dream lingers in your mind. Strange, vivid, almost too real. What did it mean? Was it just your brain processing random thoughts? Or was it something more? For centuries, dreams have been considered windows into the subconscious, messages from the universe, and even visions of the future. From ancient prophets to modern psychology, people have tried to decode the hidden meanings behind dreams and the connections between nighttime awakenings and destiny. But how do you know if a dream carries a message? And what should you do if you keep waking up at the same mysterious hours? Let's unravel the secrets. How to interpret signs and symbols in dreams. Dreams are rarely straightforward. They speak in symbols, metaphors, and emotions, often disguising their true meaning beneath strange and surreal imagery. Water in dreams often represents emotions. Calm water means peace. Stormy water suggests inner turmoil. Falling might indicate a loss of control in your waking life. Flying can symbolize spiritual freedom or overcoming obstacles. Teeth falling out is one of the most common dream symbols and may indicate fear of change or loss. Seeing someone who has passed away might be a message from your subconscious, or, as some believe, a direct spiritual communication. The key to understanding your dreams is to focus on emotions rather than literal events. Ask yourself, how did the dream make you feel? What was the most striking image or symbol? Does this relate to something happening in your life right now? If a dream wakes you up between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock in the morning, pay close attention. Many believe these hours are when the veil between the spiritual and physical worlds is thinnest, making it easier to receive messages from your subconscious, or even something beyond. The mysteries of ancient prophetic dreams history is filled with stories of dreams that foretold the future. In the Bible, Joseph interpreted Pharaoh's dreams, predicting 7 years of abundance followed by 7 years of famine. In ancient Greece, the Oracle of Delphi received visions in dreamlike trances. Julius Caesar's wife, Calpurnia, dreamed of his assassination the night before it happened. Abraham Lincoln reportedly dreamed of his own death just days before his assassination. Many cultures believe that some dreams are not just random thoughts, but warnings, guidance, or insights into destiny. If you wake up from a powerful dream at night, don't ignore it. Instead, write it down immediately. Many dreams fade within minutes of waking. Over time, patterns may emerge, revealing hidden messages meant just for you. Connecting your awakening to messages from fate. If you keep waking up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock in the morning, your subconscious, or something greater, might be trying to tell you something. Ask yourself, what was I dreaming about before I woke up? Did I feel a strong emotion? Fear, peace, excitement, sadness? Has this happened multiple times? Sometimes, waking up at a specific hour is a signal to reflect on your life path. Maybe you are being urged to make an important decision you've been avoiding. Let go of something or someone that no longer serves you. Embrace a new beginning that is waiting for you. In spiritual traditions, nighttime awakenings are often considered divine nudges, whispers from fate guiding you toward your next step. What to do if you wake up at night instead of tossing and turning, frustrated that you can't sleep? Try using this moment for self-discovery. 1. Reflect on your dream or thoughts. If a dream woke you up, write it down immediately. Even small details, colors, faces, objects, can hold deeper meaning. 2. Meditate or pray. Many believe that waking up at night is a spiritual invitation. If you wake up feeling peaceful, try meditating on what message the universe might be sending you. If you feel uneasy, a simple prayer or deep breathing can help restore balance. 3. Ask yourself a question before going back to sleep. Try this technique. Close your eyes and mentally ask for clarity. Say, if this awakening holds a message, let me understand it clearly. Observe any thoughts or images that come up. Sometimes, the answer comes immediately. Other times, it reveals itself in a dream later that night. 4. Don't force sleep. Embrace the silence if you feel wide awake. Don't stress. Instead, use the time for reflection, gratitude, or even creative thinking. Some of history's greatest minds, like Leonardo da Vinci and Nikola Tesla, used nighttime awakenings as moments of insight and inspiration. Maybe your own awakening is the beginning of something powerful. Final thoughts. Are these nighttime awakenings a message? Science might say you're simply experiencing a natural sleep cycle shift. But what if there's more to it? What if your subconscious is trying to reach you? What if the universe is nudging you towards something greater? What if this moment of stillness is an opportunity to hear the answers you've been searching for? Perhaps the next time you wake up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock in the morning, you won't dismiss it as just another restless night. Maybe you'll listen. Maybe you'll discover something that changes everything. Practices for awareness and reflection. You wake up in the stillness of the night. The world outside is silent. The air feels different, almost charged with an unseen energy. Instead of fighting to fall back asleep, what if you embraced this moment? What if your nighttime awakening is an invitation, not just a disturbance? Across spiritual traditions and ancient wisdom, waking up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock in the morning has been considered a sacred time. A time when the body, mind, and soul are more open to messages, guidance, and transformation. Instead of dismissing these moments, you can use them as powerful opportunities to reflect, to realign, and to awaken something greater within yourself. Let's explore how. Practices for awareness and reflection. When you wake up at night, your mind is in a unique state, somewhere between dreaming and consciousness. This is the perfect time to connect with your inner self, your intuition, and even something beyond the physical world. Here's how you can turn nighttime awakenings into moments of self-discovery and empowerment. 1. Keep a midnight journal as soon as you wake up. Write down any thoughts, dreams, or feelings that are present. Even if they don't make sense at first, these notes can reveal patterns, insights, or hidden messages over time. If a dream woke you up, record as much detail as possible. Symbols, emotions, colors, people. 2. Ask yourself a question. Close your eyes and mentally ask for clarity about something troubling you. Instead of trying to think of an answer, allow your subconscious to bring insights to the surface. You might receive an image, a phrase, or simply a feeling. Trust what comes up. 3. Listen to your body's signals. Does your body feel tense or relaxed? Are you waking up at the same time every night? Certain waking hours are believed to correspond with specific energy centers or emotional blockages. Reflect on whether something in your life feels unresolved. 4. Reflect on gratitude. Instead of feeling frustrated about waking up, focus on 3 things you are grateful for in that moment. Gratitude shifts your energy, helping you connect with higher vibrations and deeper awareness. Spiritual rituals, prayers, and meditations. If you keep waking up at the same mysterious hour, it may be a call to go deeper into your spiritual connection. Many cultures consider the pre-dawn hours to be the most powerful for prayer, meditation, and spiritual awakening. Here are some practices you can try when you wake up at night. 1. Meditation for clarity and guidance. Sit up in bed or find a comfortable position. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Silently ask, "What do I need to know right now?" Allow any thoughts, feelings, or insights to rise naturally. Alternative, if you feel restless, try a simple breath-focused meditation. Inhale deeply for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 4 seconds, exhale slowly for 6 seconds, repeat until you feel calm and centered. 2. Nighttime prayer for protection and strength. Many spiritual traditions believe that waking up at night is an opportunity to seek divine guidance. Here's a short, powerful prayer you can say upon waking up. Divine Creator, in this moment of stillness, I open my heart to your wisdom. Guide me through the night, illuminate my path, and grant me clarity. May I receive the strength to face what lies ahead, the wisdom to understand my journey, and the peace to embrace the unknown. Amen. Alternatively, if you feel uneasy after a dream or waking up at a specific time, you can say, I release all fear, doubt, and negativity. I am surrounded by light and protected in love. May my spirit rest in peace and awaken with purpose. 3. Visualization for the future. If you wake up with a sense of urgency, as if something important is calling you, try this simple visualization exercise. Close your eyes and picture the version of yourself you want to become. Imagine waking up in the future, fully aligned with your purpose. Feel the emotions, peace, excitement, confidence, strength. Say to yourself, I am on the right path. Everything I need is already within me. Take a deep breath and allow that vision to settle into your subconscious before going back to sleep. How to transform these moments into strength for the future. Your nighttime awakenings are not random. They are moments of insight, clarity, and potential. Instead of resisting them, use them to your advantage. 1. Trust that you are being guided, whether it's your intuition, your subconscious, or something higher. You are not waking up for no reason. Treat these moments as a conversation with your soul. 2. Align with your true purpose. If you feel lost or uncertain, use these awakenings to realign with your path. Ask yourself, what is calling me? What am I avoiding? Use this time to take action toward what truly matters to you. 3. Embrace the power of stillness. The quiet of the night is a rare moment of pure presence, a time when the world is silent and your thoughts are most clear. Instead of feeling frustrated, embrace the silence and listen to what it has to teach you. Final thoughts. Your nighttime awakenings are a gift. What if the moments when you wake up at night are not interruptions, but opportunities? What if they are a call to listen? A moment to realign with your purpose. A sign that transformation is happening within you. Tonight, if you wake up again at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock in the morning, don't fight it. Embrace it. Because maybe, just maybe, This is exactly the moment you were meant to wake up.